Hey, welcome back to the Risers Hub podcast where wellness, empowerment, and personal growth live. It's your girl, Nicole. And before we get started, I want to share a little something with you. As you know, I love health, wellness, and I have a passion for creating communities, experiences, and uplifting others through movement, mentorship, and storytelling. I enjoy bringing you information and stories that you can take back to your own hub and share, discuss, and use to create what you consider a healthy lifestyle. I'm not here to tell you what to do, you know that, but I would love to be a partner in crime and cheer you on to be your best self today, tomorrow, and in the future. And the fact that you're even listening to my podcast, I appreciate you so much, and I hope you share this podcast with others. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Now, as you know, we've been talking about reflection, growth, and a little bit of winter wellness in the past couple of weeks. This week, I would love to talk about winter wellness and what that might look like for each of us. As you may or may not know, there are 8 elements of wellness: emotional, physical, intellectual, financial, occupational, environmental, social, and spiritual. What's interesting about all these 8 elements of wellness, they all affect each other in some way or another. For example, if there's a job loss, that is an occupational loss, which can affect your finances, that can lead to emotional stress and changes in your spirit. But what if it's just a wake-up call to find out what you really want? Do you really want to do what you're doing right now, or do you want to get paid for something that you love to do? Even if it's a pay cut or a shift in skills, what does having a job look like to you now? You have a bit of freedom to make that change. So let's look at it that way. Now, I know that's a lot to take in. I just started talking on the podcast, but it's important to understand how one element of wellness can affect another. When you tack on the winter season, it can be a bit tougher. Colder weather, less sun, and everyone's feeling the stress of the holidays. So today I will keep it simple and focus on the elements of the body, mind, and spirit. I'm sure you've all heard of those 3 elements. And if you understand all of the 8 elements, they usually all work together and they all go right into the body, the mind, and the spirit. So let's keep it simple. The first thing I want to say to everyone out there who's just kind of having a rough time or just needs to hear this, you've got this. You're smart, you're charismatic, you're amazing at what you can do. So whatever that is to you, you've got this. Now, what would happen if you sat down and started writing down what you really want and focus on that? It may not happen right away, but just knowing that it's coming and you are working towards that goal. In my time to rise theory and just in real life, when things seem to get a little messy for me or it just seems impossible, the first thing I start doing is I start mapping. That means I take one of the elements, body, mind, and spirit, or all 3, and I write them in a bubble: body, mind, spirit. From there, I choose 3 things that I can do right now to move me in the direction that I need to move into, or just to get me focused and back on my path. I think about what's realistic and obtainable, and I start with very, very small steps. Now, let's get into the body part, the element of body, okay? When it comes to your body, it's really important to understand how your individual body works. What you put into your body is important. How you move your body is important. How you treat your body is important. Everyone is different. So if friend A is doing one thing and it's working for them, and friend B is doing something else and it's working for them, you might be friend C and you got to find what's going to work for you. You can try A, you can try B, but what works for you? Here's an example of how to treat your body. Do you get enough sleep? 7 hours is the minimum. Do you properly clean your body? I know that sounds crazy, but do you? Do you properly clean your body in a way that you love your body? Do you get regular checkups? Do you move your body in a way that challenges your joints and your muscles and your mind? I found a really interesting video on social media from celebrity trainer, and I hope I say her name right, Macy Erez. She talks about how to process your emotions through your body. And I couldn't agree more with what she posted. Now, for anger, she suggests lifting weights. That is so true. The heavier the weight, the more anger can leave your body. This is good stress for your muscles. If you can get in at least 20 to 40 minutes of strength training 3 to 5 times a week, you are not only building muscle, you are building resilience against anger. Think about that. You can get in so much shape if you have a lot of anger in you. And then for stress, she suggests running. As you know, I'm a runner, so I completely understand that. But there are a lot of people out there who don't run, who don't even like to run, who can't run. So I'm going to suggest taking a brisk 20-minute walk. And when you're walking, it's intentional, it's at a fast pace, and it's hard to carry a conversation when you're moving. When you're walking, allow your mind to find its way to a solution to whatever issue that you're going through, or let your thoughts run wild while you focus on your breathing, walking, and moving your body to relieve stress. Right now, I'm having a hard time with this one because I'm used to running early in the mornings. But now, as an exercise specialist, I have to start my day at 7:30 in the morning, which means I have to leave my house by 6:40. So I'm finding new ways to move, like walking during my lunch break or scheduling a later run after work. Today, it's the weekend, and we had our second snow of the season, so I wanted to check out the snow, so I put on my walking snow boots, and I walked 1.5 miles. It was beautiful, it was sunny, it was peaceful, it was cold, but it was extremely effective for my mood. Now, for sadness, Macy suggests getting sunlight, and that I truly believe that I got sunlight this morning, and it made a huge difference. I want to recommend this to everyone, particularly on the East Coast. Y'all need some sun, so when you see it, get outside. I've been trying to figure out what is going on with people and their moods lately, and I really think I still have enough California sun in me for a lifetime. And so I just think here on the East Coast, we just need some more sunshine. People are friendlier, they're lighter, and they're happier when the sun comes out. And it doesn't matter if it's 80 degrees or 20 degrees. Sunshine makes a difference. Did you know sunshine boosts mood by increasing your serotonin, the happy chemical produced in your GI tract and brain, helping to produce mood-regulating vitamin D, and setting your circadian rhythm for better sleep? Find a way to get some sunshine for at least 10 minutes a day, up to 30 minutes a day. Then the last thing she talks about is fear. If you have fear of something, Macy suggests challenging yourself. It could be as small as adding a little weight to the barbell or taking yourself out for dinner at a hole-in-the-wall restaurant you've been dying to try. Facing one fear can lead to facing bigger fears, which can open up so many doors to new opportunities, people, things that you never thought was possible. Now, this is a great segue into the mind element of the wellness spectrum. Now, even though there are 8 elements to wellness, the most powerful element is your mind. It's important to feed your mind with the right words and emotions, especially when things feel like they're not going your way. Again, easy to hear, but hard to practice. Here's what I would suggest. Allow yourself to have all the feels, no matter what they are. Be sad, get angry, feel frustrated, and say the things that you want to say. Having said that, have your counteraction toolbox ready. Meaning, if you say something negative, turn it back around, reveal something extremely positive, say it out loud, no matter how ridiculous it is. Push back on the negative with something positive. This is based off of cognitive therapy. In coaching, it's called cognitive coaching. This is a great exercise to practice with someone that you trust and with someone who wants to see you win. Share with them your negative thoughts and allow them to reframe those things with something positive. Again, when you are in that state of mind and you say something so extremely positive, it will make you laugh and change your mood almost immediately. Now, I do this thing where I look at myself in the mirror and I say, "You got this, girl." In my Tiffany Haddish voice, and I laugh so hard and so loud, I'm already in a good mood and I'm already going to have a good day. It starts out like that. So try it. Just try it. Okay, I have 2 questions for you. When you're not feeling at your best, what are 2 ways you can stay positive and upbeat right now? And the second question is, what can make you laugh or put a smile on your face just thinking about it? Is it a funny joke? Is it a person? Or an idea that you might have to move yourself forward? Focus on that. Now we can transition into the element of the soul and or the spirit. I hope you can see how each of these elements intertwine with each other. In a previous podcast, therapist Grace Nicol and I touched on the subject of loneliness being an epidemic. It manifested during the pandemic, and many people have not moved on from that loneliness. During this time, which is the holiday season, and the changing from fall to winter, loneliness can feel even more daunting. So it's important to take care of yourself, feed your soul with good stuff that makes you smile from the inside out. Now, here are a few things that can also help as well. Number 1, reduce social media time and increase community time. Find a community that has similar interests and join them for a meetup. I'm sure that they would love to meet you, but be consistent, keep going, and don't give up. Number 2, current relationships. Find ways to deepen those relationships and initiate meeting up for things that you enjoy. And number 3, going back to self-care, getting good sleep, eating good food, cleaning your body with love, feeding your body with positive words is extremely important. Also, knowing that sometimes being alone is time for you to reconnect with yourself. Do the things that you love to do and understand what you want out of life so you can go out to the world and go get it. Now, here's something I do daily to help me stay on the up and up. Other than talking to myself in the mirror in a Tiffany Haddish voice, filling my head with positivity, I make a mental note of 3 things that I've done that I'm extremely proud of. When I start to doubt myself in any situation, I repeat those 3 things in my head in that moment, and I think, wow, if I did that, I can deal with what's right in front of me right now. Number 2, practice gratefulness and thankfulness by writing 3 things in your gratefulness book by Nicol Hodges. No, seriously, it doesn't even have to be my book. Take a Post-it note, write it in your phone that you are grateful for something every single day. One of my favorite quotes in that book, though, is thankfulness isn't a feeling, it's a power move. So when you write down 3 things you are grateful for every day, it helps you change your perspective, especially if you can practice this every day at the same time, every morning or at lunch or before you go to bed. It puts things into perspective. It takes about 40 days to create a habit, and it's hard not to be grateful once you've created this very positive habit. Now, one thing that I did notice when working through my gratitude journal, things happen right in front of me that could have easily happened to me, but it wasn't me. What I mean by that is the universe shows me something, or God shows me something that this could be you. And you know how you are if you had to handle this. But instead, you're in a different space. You're in a different mindset, or you're in a different environment. So I always think about the things that are being presented in front of me, and I begin to understand that, oh, I don't have to deal with that. I'm very grateful for where I am, for the space that I'm in, the environment that I'm in, and the people that are around me. It just changes your perspective, and you start to notice things that you didn't notice before. I also notice if I go too long without filling out my gratefulness book, I lose sight of positivity and joy that thankfulness brings to me. It's a powerful practice, and I think that if you practice it every single day, you can experience amazing gratitude. And number 3, do something for someone else. An act of service. It takes your mind off of yourself and not only helps the other person, but it helps you. It fills your heart with joy and compassion. And number 4, pray or meditate. Whether you are a believer or not, focus on 3 things that make you happy, make you feel like you're the luckiest person in the world, or it gives you a feeling of being truly blessed, and pray and meditate about that. Similar to practicing gratefulness, which I mentioned before, clear your mind of clutter, focus on 3 things that really make you happy, and stick to that. I want to share a passage with you that has helped me in the past. It starts, today choose to do what's right, even when it's hard. Choose to love others, even when they're difficult to love. And choose to follow your heart each and every day, no matter what. This is what consistency looks like to me, being consistent and pushing through during those really hard moments that you just want to give up. Don't stop just because something or someone is hard. Keep being your amazing self, and you will see how everything else around you will soon fall into place. So, choose kindness, choose love, and until next time, keep rising. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Remember, this podcast is meant for both education and entertainment purposes only. I am not a licensed therapist, so it's crucial to consult your physician, psychotherapist, or qualified health professionals for personalized advice. Until next time, take care. If you're enjoying this podcast, I would like to ask you to please subscribe, like, and share. That's what they told me to do at the end of this podcast. So could you hook me up? Thanks. Bye.